Hello everyone. Continuing with part 2 of Article 422, we will discuss the rules for branch circuit protection of appliances under Section 422.11. In this section, we will learn how to safeguard appliances against overcurrent, as outlined in subsections 422.11 A through G and 422.10. Without further ado, let's dive into this important topic. Branch circuit overcurrent protection. According to Section 422.11 A, branch circuits need to be protected as per Section 240.4. The rating of the branch circuit overcurrent device must not exceed the protective device rating marked on the appliance. Section 240.4 addresses overcurrent protection for conductors. It requires that conductors be safeguarded by overcurrent devices, such as fuses or circuit breakers, that are rated at or below the conductor's ampacity, which is the maximum current that a conductor can safely handle. This section also outlines specific rules and exceptions for different conductor applications and types of overcurrent devices. The standard ampere ratings for fuses and inverse time circuit breakers are specified in Table 240.6a. Let's revisit the example from our previous video, a swimming pool heat pump rated at 30 amperes. The branch circuit conductor is sized at 10 AWG, which has an ampacity of 30 amperes according to Section 422.11a. The rating of the branch circuit overcurrent device must not exceed the appliance's marked protective device rating. Since the rating is 30 amperes, the branch circuit overcurrent device is also set at 30 amperes. This also aligns with Section 240.4, ensuring that the conductors are protected from overheating. Household-type appliances with surface heating elements, as specified in Section 422.11b, typically include devices that utilize electric heating to cook or warm food. Common examples are electric stoves, hot plates, electric griddles, electric skillets, induction cooktops. As stated in Section 422.11b, household-type appliances that have surface heating elements with a maximum demand exceeding 60 amperes, as calculated in accordance with Table 220.55, must have their power supply divided into two or more circuits. Each of these circuits must be equipped with overcurrent protection rated at no more than 50 amperes. Let's have an example, an electric range rated at 10 kilowatts, 115 volts. Let's determine the required branch circuit overcurrent protective device. We will first assess the maximum demand using Table 220.55. Since the demand exceeds 8.75 kilowatts, we will refer to column C, where the maximum demand is listed as 8 kilowatts. By calculating the maximum demand current, 8 kilowatts divided by 115 volts, we find it to be approximately 69.57 amperes. Since this exceeds 60 amperes, it needs to be divided into two or more circuits. Each of these smaller circuits must have its own overcurrent device that is set to protect it from being overloaded, and this device can't be set higher than 50 amperes. Section 422.11 C. Infrared lamp commercial and industrial heating appliances. These appliances are frequently utilized for a range of heating purposes, such as drying, curing, and offering warmth in spacious environments. A key requirement is that these infrared heating appliances must feature overcurrent protection devices rated at a maximum of 50 amperes. This indicates that any fuses, circuit breakers, or similar protective devices must be designed to interrupt the electrical current if it exceeds this limit. Section 422.11 D, which focuses on open coil or exposed sheathed coil types of surface heating elements found in commercial-type heating appliances. These heating elements are widely utilized in various applications, such as cooking, heating, and industrial operations. Similar to infrared appliances, open coil or exposed sheathed coil surface heating elements must also be safeguarded by overcurrent protective devices rated at no more than 50 amperes. Section 422.11 E. Single non-motor operated appliance. If the branch circuit supplies a single non-motor operated appliance, the overcurrent protection rating must adhere to the following guidelines. 1. It must not exceed the overcurrent protection rating marked on the appliance. 2. It should not exceed 20 amperes if the overcurrent protection rating is not specified and the appliance is rated at 13.3 amperes or less. 3. It must not exceed 150% of the appliance's rated current if the overcurrent protection rating is not provided and the appliance is rated above 13.3 amperes. If the appliance's rated current does not correspond to a standard overcurrent device amperage rating, the next highest standard rating may be permitted. To illustrate the process of determining overcurrent protective devices, let's consider a few examples. First, for a 3000-watt, 230-volt water dispenser with an ice maker, we refer to the appliance's nameplate, which indicates that the required overcurrent protection device is 15 amperes. According to guideline number 1, the protective device must not exceed this rating, so the appropriate overcurrent protective device to use is a 15-ampere fuse or circuit breaker. Next, consider a vending machine rated at 2800 watts and 230 volts. Since the overcurrent protection rating is not specified, we need to calculate the rated current for this appliance. Dividing 2800 watts by 230 volts gives us 12.17 amperes. Because this value is below 13.3 amperes, guideline number 2 permits the use of a device that does not exceed 20 amperes, making a 15 ampere overcurrent protective device sufficient. However, if the vending machine operates for more than 3 hours, it is classified as a continuous load, requiring us to multiply by 125%. This calculation yields a current of 15.22 amperes, so a 20 ampere device is appropriate. This still complies with guideline number 2. Additionally, the branch circuit overcurrent protective device must protect the branch circuit conductors from overheating. According to Table 310.16, a minimum conductor size of 12 AWG with the appropriate ampacity should be used. Lastly, consider a non-single motor appliance rated at 3500 watts and 230 volts. The rated current is calculated by dividing 3500 watts by 230 volts, yielding approximately 15.22 amperes. Since this rating exceeds 13.3 amperes and the overcurrent protection rating is not provided, we apply guideline number 3, which states it must not exceed 150% of the appliance's rated current. Therefore, we multiply 15.22 amperes by 150%, resulting in 22.82 amperes. However, since 22.82 is not a standard rating, guideline number 3 permits us to use the next highest standard rating. Thus, a 25 ampere overcurrent protective device is appropriate. Furthermore, the minimum conductor size must be 10 AWG, with an ampacity of 30 amperes. Section 422.11, G. Motor-operated appliance. Motor-operated appliances must be equipped with overload protection in accordance with Part 3 of Article 430. Hermetic motor compressors used in air conditioning or refrigeration systems should have overload protection as specified in Part 6 of Article 440. If separate overcurrent protective devices are needed for the appliance, the criteria for selecting these devices must be clearly indicated on the appliance itself. The minimum labeling requirements shall adhere to the specifications outlined in Articles 430.7 and 440.4. Stay tuned for future videos where we will focus on each article in detail. Thank you all for watching.